Hey, it's Bill. You are tuned in to the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 796. You just heard Awaiting Abigail and their song Bad Mind, and Corners of Sanctuary from Philadelphia and their song Broken Paradise. You're probably tuned in on one of these stations. Music from the 412.com, buildascene.com, rooterooradio.com, xrpradio.co.uk out of Scotland, metalshop101.com out of Pittsburgh, just like the rest of us. Who am I forgetting? I'm forgetting. Oh, megarockradio.net and 107.1 FM out of St. Louis, Missouri. That Mega Rock show or station has been with me since 2004. So make sure you go check them out as well as all the other stations. With me tonight are three members of the band Iron Brigade. Ha. Maybe I should go to the correct screen so that you guys aren't sideways on me.
What's up, man?
There they are.
Hey. There we are.
Yeah, here we are. We were sideways for a minute.
Yeah, the phone wasn't cooperating, so I fixed it in my software. But if I go to any screen that I didn't fix it in, then they end up sideways.
That's funny.
Okay, so real quick, introduce yourselves to everyone, please.
I'm Lauren. I play drums in Iron Brigade.
My name's Cade. I am one half of the guitar attack of Iron Brigade.
I'm Dan. I'm the singer.
Thank you. So new wave of British heavy metal. I had to look that abbreviation up, and once I looked it up, I'm like, "Are you kidding me? I should have known that."
NWOBHM.
Yeah. How else would you describe your sound besides that?
I would say that we're a blend of power metal also, and classic traditional heavy metal. I would say that a lot of those bands are influences of ours, and we have sort of a newer edge to us, but I would say that we try to stick in the realm of that whole genre of those bands. I don't know if Dan and Caden, you have anything to add to that?
Well, there's a few other influences in there. We've got a little folk metal in there too.
Mm-hmm.
Some thrash metal a little bit.
Yeah.
But mostly, like Lauren said, power and traditional.
I would agree with that. Yes.
Yeah.
So the Corners of Sanctuary track that we just listened to, I kind of, when I describe them, I call them like classic metal. But they're similar enough to what I just listened to off the air of your new album. That's what got them on the show this week. I was like, this is kind of like them. We're gonna play them too.
Nice.
Awaiting Abigail, metal, not any of those genres.
Yeah.
All right, so I told you off the air that I was going to hit you with a couple normal questions, and then it'll be off the cuff and differently after that. So my second normal question is, where did the name Iron Brigade come from?
So the name Iron Brigade actually comes from a brigade, a brigade that was formed during the Civil War. They were basically the men that you called whenever there was any problems that couldn't be solved. The Iron Brigade would go in and they would take everyone out. They were for the Union, they weren't for the Confederacy, and they were led by a man named Rufus Dawes, and he was considered to be a complete bad A. So he was a really, really tough and rumble guy, and the group of men that he had were really, really tough and rumble men. And almost every single skirmish that they were in, they won. They used different tactics than everyone else had done. One example is the Confederates were up on a hill, and they were obviously had the high ground. He had the low ground. So what he did was what he did was he told his men to dig underneath the hillside and fill it with dynamite and blow them up, and that's exactly what they did. So these guys were pretty tough, but they helped the Union win, and those were the guys when the going gets tough. You called them guys in and they handled it. So that's that was the inspiration for Iron Brigade, the name, and I thought it was a cool name too. And I'm a big history buff, so it all went together.
So when you started explaining it, what popped into my head was the A team.
Yeah, they were basically the A team, man. Yep.
So I make a lot of TV and movie references, and it probably annoys my students, but that leads me to my first question. If you're leaving a gig and there's a DeLorean sitting outside with its door up in the air and a flux capacitor in the back seat, what band are you going to go play with? So in the movie, you know, if you're not familiar, in the movie, Marty goes back in time and he plays with, I can't think of the name of the band right now, but Chuck Berry's cousin's band.
It's his cousin, yeah.
Yeah. So who would you want to go back in time and play with?
So if you mean like if we were in the band, like, or if we were going to go back in time and play a show with that band?
So you would go back in time and like each of you individually would, like in the movie, Marty replaces the guitar player. So what band are you going to replace the drummer in, or the singer, or the guitar player and play with?
Man, that's a tough one.
That is tough.
Honestly, I think that I would go back and replace Lars from Metallica because he was a huge influence on me. And if it wouldn't have been for him, I wouldn't be doing what I'm doing right now, because the first time I saw that guy, I was like, that's what I want to be like right there. And that's my dude. And people make fun of him all the time, and you can do whatever you want. But yeah, I would definitely take the DeLorean back to like 1980 and join Metallica before Lars did. And yeah, that's what I would do.
So,
Yeah.
well, do you have an answer?
For me,
I was going to kill time. Go ahead.
yeah. For me, I would probably say, I would go back in time and go in and join Iron Maiden. Because Iron Maiden's like probably the biggest influence on me. I learned so many of their songs, and that's basically how I learned how to play guitar was with Iron Maiden songs. So, I mean, Adrian and Dave are like my top two influences. They're where I get basically all of that from. Like, so yeah, that would be my pick.
I'd probably go back to one of my first bands I played bass for, and I wouldn't play bass, but I'd be the singer instead. So I'd probably go back to Nightcrawler and be their singer.
I like that answer. All right, so I'm going to go back to Lauren's answer for just a moment, because it's a prequel to a question for me. So you mentioned Metallica, and Metallica played in Antarctica, and Kiss has played to sharks in a bay in Australia, and my friend Jazz from Jazz's Rock and Road Show has played at the South Pole. What is a non-standard venue that each of you would like to play at?
A non-standard venue.
Yeah, like the South Pole.
Right.
I mean,
like just pull up, unload the equipment, and play.
I'd play on Mars, because nobody else
go
has
up to the
done
top of a mountain and start some avalanches.
I mean,
Go up to Mount Everest.
yeah. I mean, has anyone played a show like actually underground?
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm pretty sure they did.
There probably was. I'm trying. Huh.
Go down into a mine somewhere. and
Go
play a
down to
show.
a mine and play a show. Yeah,
That'd
that
be
would be
cool.
mine.
Maybe I could play,
Reverb
like
in
I
that
said,
room.
maybe like I said, I could play on Mars. I'll just, when Elon Musk gets the technology to do it, I'll get on one of its ships, and that'll be it.
Go
That's
play on the moon.
usually when someone gives me that something from space, I go into science teacher mode and explain the whole thing about there not being particles of air, but we're not going to do that today, because to get to Mars there has to be a way to support life, which means they have to create an artificial atmosphere, so you should be able to be heard.
Right, exactly.
All right, so I forgot to press my timer button. I think we have about another minute before we need to head into the next block of music and then into the second segment. We're going to play 2 of your tracks off of your upcoming. It hasn't been released correctly.
No, it's
Let me
gonna
try
be
that
released-
again. Your album has not been released yet, correct?
Yes.
Correct. Hopefully, it'll be released by the middle or end of November. We're just waiting on artwork right now.
And
Yeah.
what's the name of it?
Ill-fated voyage.
So we're gonna play Days of Glory and Crusader in that order, if that's okay. I can flip it if you want.
Whatever you
That
want to
order.
do.
Doesn't matter.
Okay. And when we come back, I'll have you pick one of those songs and tell me a story about it. Caden's, this can go right over his head. Kind of like MTV's Storytellers show,
Yeah.
which I'm sure he's,
Yeah.
see, he's like, what is that? So we're going to take our first break. We'll be right back. Hey, it's that time of the show where I spin the wheel and Jurgles gives you 2 tickets to one of their shows, courtesy of Music from the 412. This week we happen to be spinning for Buck Cherry with Michael Monroe and Drew Cagle and The Reputation, which is an October 21st show. That's a Tuesday. Doors are at 6. Show is at 8 p.m. As always, Jurgles is a 21 and over event venue. You can purchase early entry tickets. To do that, you have to head to Jurgles' website or to Dressy Entertainments. With that said, I had 9 people sign up: Michelle Gapsky, Mark Ponsonby, Tom Trainer, Lily Six, Betty Lewin, Ashley Howard, Keith Laydig, Nikki Praza, and Andrew Carr. I put their names on here, I don't know how many times. There's a lot. Copied and pasted so they all have the exact same amount. I'm going to hit shuffle once and twice. I'm going to spin, and we are about to find out who is winning those 2 tickets. And the winner is Michelle Gapsky. Michelle, keep an eye on your email. You'll be getting an email from me shortly with information on how to get those tickets from, well, actually what will happen is you'll get the email from me telling you that you've won, and then you'll get an email from Dressy Entertainment telling you how to get the tickets from them. And make sure you enjoy your time at the show. I'm going to head back to my interview with Iron Brigade, and we'll be right back with that. Hey, we're back, and you just heard Iron Brigade's tracks Days of Glory and Crusader, brand new off of their Ill-Fated Voyage. Hopefully I said that correctly that time. They're going to join me here momentarily, and I'm actually going to press the button that's going to remind me when my time is up. This is how it usually goes. It's live. It doesn't go perfectly, ever. Not in 796 episodes have I ever done a perfect one. But
That's all
it's
right.
21 years old and people are still coming on, so it must be interesting to somebody.
Yeah.
That's good.
All right. So I believe you said you're going to talk about Days of Glory.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go ahead and tell us the story.
Okay. So Days of Glory, it takes you back to a time when you were much younger and the people you grew up with, like your best friends, and just the crazy times that you had together. And, and in the present time, those people aren't around anymore. So like at the end of if you look at the cover of the single, we're all sitting around a table and there's an empty chair, and that empty chair represents our absent friend. and we're cheersing. You know, we got our beer mugs, and Caden's got his chocolate milk,
Yeah.
and we're making a toast to our friends that aren't here anymore. But the song isn't only about that. It's also about the days ahead of us, and the best days ahead of us are the days of glory as well.
Absolutely.
I like that. So since off the air you started to tell me about the songwriting process, let's slide right into that. How does what's the process that gets a song onto a recording for you guys?
Oh, well, for that, normally it would be either, for this one, it was either me or this other guy that was in the band at the time, but he left whenever we were recording the album. But we would come up with ideas, just send them to the band, see if they liked them, and then we would arrange them at band practice, and then that would be that. And then Lauren would do the recording at his house, actually, for everything. So whenever it came time to record, Lauren could definitely go on to this more in detail, but we just meet up whenever it was like our turn for whatever song we were doing, and that would be it.
Yeah. So they would go ahead. What?
No, go ahead.
They would send me guitar tracks basically, and when they would send me finished guitar tracks, I would play along to them at my house until I got, the parts done, or, got them pretty much finished and tightened up. And we do have regular band practices where we practice once a week. So that's how that comes together. And he did mention about recording. And I do have a studio in my house that we record with. And, all the music that you just listened to is actually recorded by me here in my home studio.
So that leads into another oddball question. What is your favorite pizza because you're a musician? And by that, I mean, you could have eaten it at a recording session or on your way to or from a gig or going to buy a new guitar or anything like that.
So I'm
Favorite
real
pizza?
bland. I'm real bland. My favorite pizza would be Pizza Hut.
Oh,
And I know it's just like a run of the mill thing. I don't know, man. Like the crust and the way they cook it in that pan and they fry it up like that, it's just good stuff. It's been a favorite of mine since I was a kid, and I think that, yeah, Pizza Hut.
my reaction there is that their pan pizza gives me heartburn. Like really bad heartburn.
It's delicious.
I didn't say it wasn't good. I don't like the results afterwards.
Yeah. Sometimes that happens.
For me, for my favorite pizza, that was the question, right? Was favorite pizza, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. So for me, it's definitely buffalo chicken. I am a buffalo chicken type of guy for me, for pizza. Then, Dad, what's yours?
I mean, I like Pizza Joe's pepperoni and
Yeah.
extra cheese.
So
That's it.
So that
Pizza
one
Joe's
is my attempt to get those David Portnoy people to come watch. What pizzas are they going to talk about on the show? It hasn't come out yet, but Rocky's Rock and Roll, or sorry, now I'm combining Rocky's Rock and Roll Symphony, which is on Music from the 412. He recently had Ryan Roxy on from Alice Cooper, and
Yeah.
I was in the live studio, and I made Rocky ask him that question. I don't think he liked it.
Wow.
I missed the dirty look that he shot Rocky, but Rocky told me about it afterwards. He answered it really well. Answered the question really well, but apparently gave Rocky a dirty look. And then he made a comment to me about asking pizza questions later. But other than that, he was really cool. Answered a lot of questions. So if you guys are like Alice Cooper, or you've seen any of Ryan's personal stuff, that'll be coming out hopefully soon on Music from the 412. You can check it out.
Yeah.
And if you go to my personal page or Music from the 412's Facebook pages, you see pictures that I took that night. Anyway, let me think. I have so many weird questions.
Let's hear them.
Okay, we'll go with this one. So you're standing at the crossroads that Robert Johnson sold his soul to the devil.
Oh,
Why are you standing there? He did it because supposedly he wanted to be the best guitar player, blues guitar player. What's your reasoning? And if you hate how I worded that, I'm just looking for something that a goal that you're still trying to attain.
A career in music. That would be mine.
Dan or Lauren, any thoughts on that one? Or
I'm
still hung up on the fact that I asked you to sell your soul to the devil?
I mean, definitely it would have to be like something really huge where we're like big, like Metallica and Iron Maiden, and we get to tour the world.
Yeah.
Playing to, 15,000 people at least at every show. So that's why I'm there.
Yeah.
So mine actually doesn't have to do with music, and it's something that I would sell my soul for, and it's kind of a family sentimental thing. I wish I could have my grandma back, even if it was for a day. She really meant a lot to me. She was really important in my life with music and things like that, because she's the one that pushed me to be in a band. She's the one that was supportive of me for everything, and she's the reason why I continued with music. And my dad wasn't really supportive. My grandma lived with us, and she really 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 lit a fire for me, and I really appreciate her for that. And if I could have her back for a day just to thank her and let her know, that would be me at the crossroads.
So you give me 30 seconds to try and turn this from somber to happy, but
It is
that's
happy, man.
But yeah, I mean, having her influence your life like that is amazing. But now I feel
really
bad
did.
because you're like, I wish she was still here, and I know how that feels.
Yeah.
I have a grandma story like that, and it's MTV. I used to hang out in her bedroom with her because she was bedridden, and we would
Okay.
wait for Every Rose Has Its Thorn to come on MTV. So I used to watch rock music with my grandmother because she wanted to see that video.
So
So
when I wasn't if I wasn't allowed to stay up late, so I always wanted to watch Headbangers Ball. And if I was at my grandma's, because I always went to my grandma's on the weekends and Headbangers Ball was on Friday, I was allowed to watch it. And I was always so happy when I went there because she let me watch it. And that's the same
yep.
thing like with you and your grandma. Like that's that's amazing.
But,
The only time I got to watch MTV is when I had a girlfriend. We didn't have cable out here in the sticks.
The only time I ever got to watch MTV was never.
Hey,
I'm a little too young. I was born way past that.
What even thought of yet?
Yeah.
They're turning it all off in Europe here in a couple months anyway, so no more
Hey,
MTV.
so we're going to take our second break, and when we come back, we're going to hop over to your website and talk about some shows and some other stuff. So we will be right back in about a minute.
Nice.
If you are tuned into the radio side, you're about to hear Eden on Fire and their song Brigade. Wonder how that one got in there.
Wonder how.
We'll be right back. Hey, it's Bill. You're tuned into the Pennsylvania Rock Show, episode number 796. We're headed into segment number 3 with Iron Brigade. And I was trying to do a little bit of research on the song Brigade by Eden on Fire and find out what year it came out, because they're actually familiar with a guitar player who was in Eden on Fire. And my my computer is not cooperating. So let me try it this way. Here we go. There it is, Brigade. $2024.
Who?
So it was on their newest album, which was called Unresolved.
Yeah, Connor was definitely on that track then. I'd have to think so.
I know they're currently looking for a guitarist, so
yeah.
Okay. So we have about 8 minutes left in this segment. And we're gonna hop over to your website for a moment. And you have 2 shows listed there. The first one is this coming Sunday, October 19th. Won It with you and I'm not going to say the other band.
Yeah, can't say it on air. There's no cursing. But yeah.
You have some details you want to fill in other than that band name?
Yeah, I'm extremely looking forward to that one, as I'm sure the rest of us are, because anytime we get to hit the stage, it's always just fun, and it just feels like one big family whenever we're up there. But yeah, I mean, that one, it's going to be really fun. Great bands for that one, and at a really cool place, the Winchester in Lakewood. So yeah.
Where is Lakewood, Ohio? Besides Ohio, is that a long trip from the Pittsburgh area?
Yeah, it takes us probably about an hour and 40 minutes from Newcastle.
Okay.
It's on the west side of Cleveland.
And then the other show that you guys have coming up is in March, and I'll let you talk about that, and then I have a little bit of stuff to say about it too.
So the show in March is with Burning Witches, which I'm really excited about that show, and I'm pretty sure that other guys are. And so that, like I've been wanting to see that band live for a long time, and we finally got, well, we didn't finally, I'm just saying we got on the show, which is absolutely incredible, because the play with them is even better than just standing there seeing them. So yeah, it's a definite thing that I'm excited for, and like I said, I'm sure the other guys are, and I'm surprised that we were asked to play it. It was, as soon as they asked, I said yes, we'll definitely play it, and so did everybody else. So,
So my part of what I want to say about this show is, we Music from the 412 and Dressy Entertainment give away tickets to select Dressy Entertainment shows, and we happen to be giving away tickets to that show. So it's really easy. You just go to musicfromthe412.com/contest, click on that show date, and you'll see right here there's a little share button. Share, tag Music from the 412 and Dressy Entertainment, and then fill in your name and your email address, and it'll send us an email. And once we have picked the winner, we delete those emails. So we use them for nothing else except for to send you tickets if you win. So you're gonna come to Music from the 412. You're gonna try to win these tickets. You're also gonna buy some off of the band, and then if you win, you have 2 tickets to give to your friend to come hang out with you that night.
Yeah.
See how that works?
Yeah.
Good plan.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of that, how can the viewers and the listeners get a hold of you guys, and how can venues get a hold of you for shows?
One way that they can get a hold of us is through messaging us on Iron Brigade Official on Instagram, or messaging us on Facebook. That's one way that they can get a hold of us.
We
Also,
also
the
have an
contact
email.
form on our website.
Yes. The email, they can get a hold of us. What is the new email, Dan?
To just go to the contact page, they can submit a message from there. But it's I don't want to say it the wrong way. I can't remember
Is
it
it
right
Iron
now.
Brigade 1?
It's on the web page right there.
Okay. Wait, it's right on there?
Well, the
Yeah.
contact form I pulled up.
Yeah.
The other thing too is they could go to the Facebook, like Caden said, and then our Bandcamp page also has a contact on it now also.
Yeah.
So
Speaking
what is I can't see that. What is that? Facebook that you're looking at?
That's the website.
It's your
No, but the
website.
two links. I know,
it's
but
Bandcamp and Facebook.
Okay, yeah. So those two are on there.
Speaking of Bandcamp, if you're looking to get a copy of the new album, I'm assuming you guys are going to put it on Bandcamp.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
Yes.
the first Friday of the month is the best time to do that because that's Bandcamp Friday, and the band gets all the money except for the credit card processor. So that's the best way to help bands out is to purchase the music, but purchase it from somewhere where they're going to actually make some money. Spotify, I'm looking at you.
A lot of people wait for Bandcamp Friday, and that's when a lot of bands get most of their sales is Bandcamp Friday. So when it comes out, please help us buy it on Bandcamp Friday.
So
Buy it on Bandcamp Fridays.
I just called out Spotify, and I'll be uploading this to Spotify tonight.
They're gonna delete your account now.
They did once.
Because
I was including the music, and I was like, but I have permission. They filled out a form saying that I can put it in my podcast, and they're like, not on here, you can't. I was like, okay, I guess I won't.
Wow.
Jeez.
So they're protecting your music. I'll give them that.
Yeah,
Or
for their own
preventing
benefit.
it from being heard.
Yes, that too.
I said for their own benefit.
All right, so we have about 1minute and 43 seconds left in this segment. This is usually where I throw this question out, and it is, if you're given 30 seconds on national TV to tell the people watching why they should come to your next show, what are you going to tell them?
Caden's hair.
Get hair tips from Caden.
No, I'm kidding. No. So the reason why they should come see us, the reason why they should come see us is because we have a great performance. We have great music, not trying to brag about us, but I think that we're a very, very good, tight band. It's enjoyable to watch us. I think that we are very energetic. If you're sleepy and you watch us, it's definitely going to wake us up because a lot of the songs are really fast.
Yeah.
Great vocals, soaring guitar solos. I don't know. I don't like to talk about myself, but lots of double bass, fast double bass.
I mean,
Yeah, rhythm section will rip your face right off.
yeah. I
I've
mean,
seen
for
it
us
happen.
too, like we definitely do have a very energetic performance. That I can very much attest to. Because just the other day, whenever we played Westside Bull this past Thursday, at the time of recording this, I actually went up right behind Lauren and surprised him behind the drum kit. So I'm just gonna say this: it'll be chaotic, but it's the very fun chaotic.
Sometimes it's so energetic that Caden rips the crotch out of his pants.
See, that's a question I didn't get to ask. So the next album you guys put out, I'll have you on again, and I will ask you about the most embarrassing moments that have happened on stage, but you have to tell me about something somebody else did. So you're not allowed to tell me your embarrassing moment. You have to tell me something somebody else did that embarrassed you. But we're gonna keep that for the next time.
Stories about me. I can tell you that already.
There's a really good one about me about what happened at Stormbringer Festival, and they could tell that if they want to.
Yeah, we're not going to go into detail of that one though. That one I think might be best.
Let's just say it's a Forrest Gump saying. It happens.
Yeah.
Oh.
We're gonna keep that one secret.
Hey,
Only
well,
a Stormbringer.
I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me tonight.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Thank
And,
you.
Everyone who has been listening, you want to go to ironbrigademetal.com. I can't believe I forgot to say that earlier while I was on the site. It's ironbrigademetal.com. We have one more track for you. It is from the band The Fall of Me, and it is called Hourglass. Next week, we will have on... I just completely blanked. I didn't write it down. Bethlehem. I can't believe I blanked on Bethlehem. Bethlehem.
Those guys.
Those guys
Those are-
rule.
Who
Those
also
guys are awesome.
they just
And
released
go buy their new album that's going to be coming out too.
Yes. Go to their Kickstarter and help them get they do everything DIY. Go to Kickstarter. And they have all kinds of things like you can kiss Overlord Brahms' helmet.
Yep.
But anyway, check them out and come see us next Monday, and we'll be talking to them and listening to their new track, Sunseeker. And with that said, we're headed off into the evening to listen to Fall of Me, Hourglass. I want to thank everybody for hanging out with us. And as always, head to buildascene.com, music1412.com, and all the radio stations that I mentioned earlier, and keep supporting local music.